Hi guys, welcome to a new episode of my Supernatural Rewatch series. We're up to episode 4 in season 1 now. Phantom Traveler. Remember the good old days when demons were actually scary and creepy and hard to kill? Well, I barely remember, but that is the first instance we actually encountered a demon in a series, and they were actually a force to be reckoned with. They were actually scary, creepy monsters you never want to come across, and the boys struggled to get rid of them, and they had to use, exorcisms and all of that. There was no demon knife yet, or, easily. Now they just kill humans with a demon. It's really immoral when you think about it, but you don't really think about it anymore. Neither does the boys, because they make it seem so casual in recent seasons, killing people. Later in season 4 or 5 with Sam's demon blood issue, Sam explains to Dean that his powers enable him to kill the demon but not the human, instead of just Ruby's knife killing everyone. Dean just, needs to think about it because he hasn't been thinking about it since he found the knife. So in recent seasons, both of them really forgot about that and they just killed demons with the human vessel. Really terrible. Back in those early seasons, they actually cared about the humans being possessed by demons, and demons were actually interesting, creepy, and scary, not just some, shady businessmen in some company in hell or whatever, where they make him seem like employees, dumb employees, or not, very interesting, not scary at all. They're just stupid humans, pretty much. They were actually interesting in the first instance we encountered them here in Phantom Traveler. Another great episode, reminds me of the first Final Destination movie with the plane crashing. I think this might have been an influence on this episode too. So let's get right into this awesome episode and talk about it.
Nervous flyer? Is that obvious, huh?
Yeah.
What are the odds of dying in a plane
obvious.
crash? I mean, what? 20,000 to 1?
That's still bad, I would say.
Wow. It's really reassuring. Thank you.
Especially if you're a nervous flyer like this guy. I mean, season 1 effects are still much creepier than the recent seasons, surprisingly. That looks really cool. It's a very well made effect there.
Thanks.
Uh-oh, he's at the door.
Hey, what the hell are you doing?
My child!
Yeah, I'm gonna go on a long flight sometime soon, and shouldn't be watching this right now, let's just say. I am also a nervous flyer, so maybe I should have one of those anti-possession tattoos the boys have, for one, and maybe not travel at all, but kind of have to, but kind of want to travel. But yeah, this episode is horrible for nervous flyers. Amazing episode, though.
I just forgot, this job. Man, it gets to you.
Well, you can't let it. You can't bring it home like that.
So what, all this, it never keeps you up at night? Never. You're never afraid.
No, not really.
Then he's just Mr. Cool. He plays it cool. Oh, why do you have a knife under your pillow?
That's not fear. That is precaution.
All right, whatever. I'm too tired to argue.
Thanks for making the trip so quick. I ought to be doing you guys a favor, not the other way around. Dean and your dad really helped me out.
Yeah, you told me it was Poltergeist.
Poltergeist? Man, I love that movie.
Hey, nobody's talking to you. Keep walking.
Oh my god, it's
Damn right, it was
hilarious.
a poltergeist practically tore our house apart. I'll tell you something. If it wasn't for you and your dad, I probably wouldn't be alive.
Poltergeist, I love that movie. Gotta love these little jokes, just someone in the background shouting that. Hilarious. They should use more of those in the recent dull seasons, dramatic, depressing seasons we're getting.
Your dad said you were off at college, is that right?
Yeah, I was. I'm taking some time off.
Well, he was real proud of you, I could tell.
Hilarious.
Hey.
Hi.
You've been in there forever.
You can't rush perfection.
Homeland Security? It's pretty illegal, even for us.
Yeah, well, it's something new. You know, people haven't seen it 1,000 times.
Oh, that's so funny. Meta comment.
All right, so what do you got?
Well, there's definitely EVP on the cockpit voice recorder.
Yeah?
Listen.
No survivors.
No survivors. What's that supposed to mean? There were 7 survivors.
Got me.
Oh, it's gonna go
So what
after
do you think, a haunted
survivors.
flight?
There's a long history of spirits and death omens on planes and ships like Phantom Travelers. Or remember Flight 401?
Roll credits.
Right. The one that crashed and the airline salvaged some of its parts, put it in other planes. Then the spirit of the pilot and co-pilot haunted those flights.
Right.
Yeah.
Alright, interesting story about the Flight 401. Same references here. In the 1970s, Flight 401 crashed and it did have working parts that they salvaged and used in other flights. And they ended up seeing apparitions, like ghost apparitions in those flights, apparently, of the dead people, like the captain from the, crashed flight, the earlier flight. Which is really interesting. The story, it sounds too crazy how to talk about it, but it's actually based on true events, whatever you want to believe. But thought it's really cool piece of trivia here. If you actually look up Flight 401, very interesting story.
The warehouse, check out the wreckage.
Okay. But if we're gonna go that route, we better look the part.
The dress up, it's hilarious.
Man, I look like one of the Blues Brothers. No, you don't. You look more like a 7th grader at his first dance. I hate this thing. Hey, you want into that warehouse or not?
Love this music. It's very distinct season 1 music. Creepy, eerie music. Investigation music.
What is that?
It's an EMF meter. Reads electromagnetic frequencies.
Yeah, I know what an EMF meter is, but why does that one look like a busted up Walkman?
Walkman
That's what I
bass.
made it out of. It's homemade.
Yeah, I can see that.
Don't make fun of Dean's inventions. Dean's offended. I think it's pretty cool.
Demonic possession.
Demons.
That would explain how a mortal man would have the strength to open up an emergency hatch.
If the guy was possessed, it's possible.
Yeah, but this goes way beyond floating over a bed or barfing pea soup. I mean, it's one thing to possess a person, but to use them to take down an entire airplane?
You ever heard of something like this before?
Never.
It was new at the time and interesting.
Time really does fly.
The death catchphrase is terrible. Ugly. Poor guy flying with him. Didn't know he's in for ugly douchebag.
So, every religion and every world culture has the concept of demons and demonic possession, right? I mean, Christian, Native American, Hindu, you name it.
Yeah, but none of them describe anything like this.
Well, that's not exactly true. You see, according to Japanese belief, certain demons are behind certain disasters,
stickers,
both natural
seems like.
and man-made. One causes earthquakes, another causes disease.
And this one causes plane crashes? All right, so what? We have a demon that's evolved with the times and found a way to ratchet up the body count?
Yeah. And you know, who knows how many planes it's brought down before this one.
Maybe Flight 401, one of them.
What?
I don't know, man. This isn't our normal gig. I mean, demons, they don't want anything, just death and destruction for its own sake. And this is big. And I wish Dad was here.
I wish Dad was here for a demon. This is too big for them. Remember those awesome days again? Where demons were cool and too big for the boys? Now they like kills him like they're, common everyday thugs pretty much. Oh man, the show has gone a long way since that time, and not in a good way.
Wait, that's impossible. I just got off the phone with her.
You what?
5 minutes ago. She's at her house cramming for a final. Who is this?
Well,
God.
it must be some mistake.
And how would you even know I was here? Is this one of Vince's friends?
Guilty as charged.
Wow, this is unbelievable.
Just making up
He's
as
really
it goes.
sorry.
Will you tell him to mind his own business and stay out of my life, okay?
Yes, but he really needs to see you tonight. So,
No, I'm sorry, it's too late.
don't be like that. I mean, come on, the guy's a mess. Really, it's pathetic.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Look, I gotta go. Tell him to call me when I land.
No, wait, Amanda. Amanda!
So freaking funny.
Flying? It's never really been an issue until now.
You're joking, right?
Do I look like I'm joking? Why do you think I drive everywhere, Sam?
All right, I'll go.
What?
I'll do this one on my own.
What are you, nuts? You said it yourself, the plane's gonna crash.
Look, Dean, we can do it together. I can do this one by myself. I'm not seeing a third option here.
Third
Come
option
on.
is just not doing anything, but that's not
Really?
an option for them.
Man.
Just try to relax.
Just try to shut up.
Hilarious, Dean's fear of flying, and they bring it up later with Sam's fear of clowns. That's like the funniest two fears of the boys on the show, which to get brought up often, especially Sam's fear of clowns. I wish they would tackle Dean's fear of flying more in the later seasons, but they barely mention it ever again after the clown episode. Yeah, really funny, and ironically, in real life, the boys travel all the time, pretty much every week. You know, Canada, back to US, to their homes to film, to go back. They film in Vancouver, so a lot of flying, and they make, you know, a joke about Dean having a fear of flying. Jensen plays it hilariously, obviously, and that wouldn't be him in real life, but he plays them very convincingly. I am a nervous flyer myself, so I kind of like watch with him and laugh. At the same time, like I do feel not as scared as him, but it is really funny how he plays it. And obviously Sam's super bravery is that he decides to go on a flight that he knows is gonna crash by the demon just to save people once again. And you know, he criticizes John and he's mad at John for most of the time till he dies. But the way he is now is due to John, the way John raised him, like the selflessness and heroic acts, you know, of him and Dean. That's all due to John, the upbringing of John. So yeah, should be thankful to John for that. And all the people being saved is John's legacy, and it's an awesome legacy. Humming Metallica.
You're humming Metallica.
Calms me down. I brought holy water.
Sprinkling all
I think we can
around.
go more subtle. If she's possessed, she'll flinch at the name of God.
Oh, nice.
Hey,
What?
say it in Latin.
I know.
Okay.
Hey. What?
In Latin, it's Christo.
Dude, I know, I'm not an idiot.
It's actually Christ, not God, but you know, Jesus Christ is considered God by some Christians at least.
Christo.
I'm sorry, did you say something?
The awkwardness.
Christo?
I didn't.
And nothing, never mind.
Oh man, the awkwardness is hilarious.
Okay.
All right, well, she's got to be the most well-adjusted person on the planet.
You said Christo?
Yeah. There's no demon in her. There's no demon getting in her.
So if it's on the plane, it can be anyone, anywhere.
Uh-oh. Found
What is
that
it?
evil sucker.
Christo.
Well, that worked. Really nice, subtle way to find a demon. I wish I'd use it more in recent episodes, latest episodes at least, or in the episodes following this one, but they never use it again until season 14, referenced by Jack, which is nothing like Dean, obviously. It was just like ages later they reference it, but it's nothing like the original one. But yeah, it's really surprising how they never use it again. It's probably because it's too easy. I think they actually talked about it somewhere, that this was like a too easy of them to discover demons this way, so they kind of forgot about it and tossed the idea. But would have been awesome if this was one of their like weapons, to find out who demons are possessing. But yeah, we just get one awesome reference here, and then a lame reference in season 14, which is nothing like this one, obviously. Yeah, took too long to them to get back to it, and it was like a joke, wasn't for real. But yeah, they found a sucker and time to take him down.
Now, what's the problem?
What are you doing? You said you were just going to talk to him.
We are gonna talk to him.
In Latin.
Look, we need you calm. We need you.
I don't know.
We need you outside of the curtain. Don't let anybody in, okay? Can you do that? Can you do that? Amanda.
Okay. Okay.
Hurry up, Sam. I don't know how much longer I can hold him.
Actual creepy demon, everyone. Demon just died of a heart attack. Lighting too. Finally. Those aren't bad effects for season 1, actually. Pretty cool. Boys save the day once again. And Dean is terrified. Dean's face is like, well, you got me into this, I hate you. It's hilarious. So yeah, you guys saw how creepy demons used to be and how difficult they were to handle. And they had to do all these steps to get rid of them. Almost killed them all on the plane. I just wish they're still as cool as they were in that episode in the early seasons as they were in the recent seasons. But yeah, those are creepy days for you. Best days ever for the show.
This doesn't make any sense, man. I've called Dad's number like 50 times. It's been out of service.
This is John Winchester. I can't be reached. If this is an emergency, call my son Dean. 785-555-0179. He can help.
John busy chasing yellow eyes and referring smaller cases to the boys. It sucks that he didn't tell them. Alright guys, we're done with a rewatch of another awesome episode, a classic from season 1. Phantom Traveler, like I said at the beginning, back when the demons were actually cool. They used Christo to discover demons and they never used it again. Except like the Jack reference in the recent season, that was really lame. I think it's just because it's too easy. They said you'd then use it again somewhere. Yeah, another great creepy dark atmosphere in one of those early episodes. Demon crashing planes, really terrifying thing, especially for nervous flyers like myself and for Dean. Dean could have been possessed easily either in the airport or on the plane. That's why Sam tried to calm him down so much. And he was humming Metallica to calm himself down, which is hilarious. And yeah, the boys use their super convincing power of normal everyday people to tell them there's this weird thing happening on a plane and you gotta help us. And they convince the flight attendant, who does a great job pulling that demon from the cockpit back into the place where the boys managed to defeat it. It's a really cool idea. They needed like a 2-part spell to expel the demons and send it back to hell, instead of like the regular exorcisms that just takes the demon out, sends it back to hell. In this early episode, they haven't, I guess, mastered that spell yet, and they had to use like a 2-parter thing, which obviously exposed the plane to like actually crashing because the demons became much more powerful and went into the plane. And again, it's a big reference to Final Destination, where death keeps chasing people who survive, like in Final Destination 1, the plane crash thing. In this case, similar thing where the survivors from that first crash kept being chased around by the demon to be killed. So yeah, another great classic horror movie reference here to Final Destination, which reminds me I actually want to rewatch all Final Destination movies. I haven't seen in a long time. They get referenced again in Fate in season 6, with Fate being personified in that girl, and she keeps going after people in order, similar to Final Destination. But this is definitely a creepier of the two references as far as Final Destination goes. But yeah, once again, I always enjoy those episodes. I always gonna enjoy season 1 rewatches, the best season. It's classic. I'm never gonna get sick of watching it. And I'm looking forward to the rest of rewatches. I hope you guys been enjoying this. So let me know what you guys think down below in the comments about Phantom Traveler, one of my very favorite episodes. Subscribe for more awesome Supernatural content. Until next time, as always, no chick flick moments.